Welcome to the Creativity Corner. I'm Mr. Dave. Wow, that word, creativity, it's a big word. Creativity, it means that we get to do something new. Hey, who likes to do something new? What about try something new? Or maybe think a new thought? Or try on a new shirt? Anytime you do something new, you're beginning to play in creativity. I like to be creative. Do you like to be creative? There are lots of ways that we can be creative by trying something new. We can try a new silly face. Can you make a silly face? Oh, can you make a different one? Oh, what about a different one? Every time you try something new, and don't worry about whether it's right or wrong, well, you're being creative. Hey, everybody put on your curiosity cap. That's what it sounds like when you put on your curiosity cap. Curiosity and creativity, they're kind of like best buddies. They like to hang out together and they help each other out. When we look at something and we go, I wonder what it is, or I wonder what it does, or I wonder what I could do with it, that's being curious. And then when you start to explore and experiment and try things with that idea, that's being creative. Well, we can be creative in a lot of different ways, but one of the ways that I like to be creative is with making sounds. Can you make sounds? Did you know that you carry instruments with you everywhere you go? Let me see you play your hand clappers. What about your shoulder tappers? What about your lap slappers? Can you play your tongue flappers? What about your shoulder flappers? Hey, everybody put your hands up high and let me see you play your belly whappers. So you do have your instruments, and instruments do make sounds. But if we keep our curiosity cap on and we get creative with those things around us, you're right, we can make instruments out of all kinds of things. Let me see. I went into my office and I found 2 magic markers. I can tap them on the table, and that makes a sound, or I can click them together. That's being creative with my choices. Or, hey look, I have a book. A book can make a sound by simply opening it and closing it. I even found an empty can. And, if I squeeze it a little, it makes a sound. Well, that's being pretty creative with the things around my environment. What do you have around yours? Is there anything there? Maybe pencils or notebooks or anything? Hey, be curious and always be, you got it, creative with your sounds. Now, you may be curious about a lot of the things in front of me. These are instruments that are made from things around nature. Hey, let me see you be a great big tree and stretch up tall. When you're acting like a tree, you are being something that is growing, you got it, out of the ground. We can make instruments from things that grow out of the ground. And if we can make an instrument with it, then we can make a sound. This block right here, it came from wood, which of course came from a tree that grows out of the ground. And this is the sound. There are lots of other wooden instruments as well, and we'll eventually get to, but let's look at some other things that grow out of the ground. This right here, this is a piece of bamboo. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Hey, look at this right here. This is a gourd underneath. Let me show you what a gourd looks like when it's growing out from the ground. It's a plant, kind of like a pumpkin or a squash. It grows on a vine, and when it gets hard and dried out, you can actually cut a little hole in the bottom, take the seeds out of it, and you can make an instrument like this. Now, this is an instrument that we can shake. Hey, did you notice something about my 3 instruments that grow out of the ground? One I can hit. The other one I can scrape. And the last one I can shake. Now, these are action words, things that we get to do to get something new. So, if you want a new sound, you got to try a new action, or maybe a new material that something's made out of. Let's do a little bit more creativity and curiosity. Oh, Kappa working around the table. Hey, look, here's another gourd. This is one that we can... Did you figure it out? Yep, we can scrape it. Here's a little basket rattle that we can shake. Let's see. Oh, here's something that grows out of the ground. It's made of bamboo. It sounds pretty cool. Now, we've got other little rattles here that are made from little seed pods or nut shells. Usually, when we crack open a nut, we eat the nut and then we throw the shell away. In some parts of the world, though, they make little instruments out of the shells. Hey, speaking of shells, we can even make some instruments out of critter parts. Little critters that don't need their parts anymore. Hey, this is a turtle shell, and the turtle, he's not home anymore. But the shell makes a pretty cool instrument. Hey, look, it's a new sound. Now, let's see if we've got... Oh, here's another critter part. This is a great big bunch of goat toenails or goat hooves. And they make a pretty interesting sound. All right. Oh, look, we can also use animal skin. Now, I happen to have a great big skin right here. Wow, look at that. This was the skin, or is the skin, of a cow. Now, every time we use a different skin, then we'll get a different sound. This little drum is made from a pig skin. This drum right here is very interesting because usually we think of a drum as something we hit, but we can actually sort of shake this drum or twirl it. And these little beads sort of hit the skin. This drum is made of goat skin. That's kind of cool. Now, let's see. Oh, sometimes we can even make sounds that sound like little animals. Maybe this sounds like something that sits up in a tree. Oh, can you hear what it is? That's right, a woodpecker. Let's see. Oh, look at this guy. This is made also of an animal part or a critter part. This is the jawbone of a hee-haw. You guessed it, it's the jawbone of a donkey. And when I hit it, it's gonna start to move, and it'll make these teeth move. Let's see what it sounds like. Wow. Isn't it fun to be creative and curious? Well, this is sort of a newer instrument. It's made from plastic. My buddy made these. They're called boom whackers. Now, some of my favorite sounds happen to be silly sounds. Can you make a silly sound? Oh, I like making silly sounds. And I brought a couple of my favorite silly sounds. Now, this is a silly sound that you can scrape. Hey, this is a silly sound that I can twirl. Oh, I like that one a lot. Hey, here's a silly sound that I can hit. That's pretty silly. And, oh, look at this silly sound. I wonder what it sounds like. If I take this piece of metal and move it back and forth. Wow, think about all the different sounds you can come up with when you're being curious and using your creativity. Oh, here's a pretty silly sound. I can hit it. And then with my thumb, I'm just letting some of the sound out a little at a time, like that. Hey, here's another silly sound. And sometimes, besides shake and hit and scrape, sometimes we can use our air to blow and make some silly sounds. Yeah, cuckoo. Well, let's see. Oh, here's another one. Pretty silly sound right here. And I've got one more silly sound. I saved you my favorite. Well, I want you to start looking around your room or your backyard or your neighborhood. Keep that curiosity cap on and be thinking about all the ways that you can be creative with the sounds that you make. All right. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you right back here for another Creativity Corner with Mr. Dave.